Well, hello, gorgeous, and Happy New Year. Are you all over the goal setting and buy this planner posts? We're almost a month in. How are you getting on with your intentions for 2025? If you've let them go, don't worry. Letting those New Year's resolutions fall by the wayside is so common that the 17th of January is known as Ditch Those Resolutions Day. But if you really do want this year to be different to what's gone on before, I'll help you get clear on what you really want in 2025. And let's give ourselves the gift of making sure there's something fun in there, eh? Today I'm sharing the things I do a little differently when it comes to setting those goals for the year. I promise it will help you feel less overwhelmed and more like you're up for getting your shit done. Let's get started, shall we? Well, hello, all you beautiful people, and welcome to Project Joyful, the podcast for health-centered leaders. I'm your host, Tracy Tutty, your medical herbalist, neuro-identity evolution practitioner, and high-performance coach. So hey, Project Joyful isn't just about being happy. It's about consciously creating a life you love. It's about remembering how to reconnect with your soul-centered joy. You know, that joy that comes from doing what you love, from living on purpose, and from being in a life that allows you to experience deep joy, moment by moment. It's also about bringing that joy into your workplace and using your skills as a health-centered leader to heal your team. So let's get started, shall we? Well, hello, all you beautiful people, and welcome to the first episode for 2025. Now, by now, I'm sure your social feeds have been overflowing with goal getting, New Year's resolutions, Manifestation 101, buy this planner, do this course. Well, my intentions for this year are a little different to what you'll find on the scroll. So in full transparency, I'm going to share them with you, and once a quarter on LinkedIn and Instagram, I'm going to share my progress on my top 3, and I promise they're a little bit fun. So I do things a little differently than most people. First up, I actually don't set intentions, goals, or New Year's resolutions. What? I know. So what's this episode about? Well, I'm glad you asked. I don't have goals. I have decisions and commitments. Can you feel the difference when I say that? You see, in my book, goals and intentions are often wishy-washy. They're a wish list. Someday I'd like to do, have, or be this. Did you know that 9% of New Year's resolutions never make it to fruition? Most people have given up. Did you know that 90% of New Year's resolutions never make it to fruition? Most people have given up on their New Year's resolutions by the end of January. 23% of people who make New Year's resolutions give up on them by the first week. Why? Well, because that desire wasn't underpinned by a commitment. When you're committed, you keep going, no matter what. That's why athletes going for gold stick with their nutrition plan, even on Christmas Day. Your commitment is linked to your identity. Now, my commitments aren't linked to things. They're linked to the because. My biggest realization throughout 2024 is that actually there's only 2 things I want to do. Feel how I want to feel and get shit done. Now, I've learned that when I prioritize those high vibe feelings like joy, peace, or contentment, and I choose to cultivate them within me, regardless of external circumstances, I'm in flow and I can move mountains. I'm also totally cool with feeling uncomfortable because that's the deal. I know I'm here to live, to love, to learn, and to heal. And growth and comfort are not friends. When I'm outside my comfort zone, I'm excited. Well, terror-sighted actually, which is my made-up word for equal measures of terrified and excited. But Tracy, I thought you said your job was to feel those high vibe feelings. It is, and more. My job is to feel all my feelings, honor the struggle, And when I'm done feeling whatever I'm feeling, I choose to move towards peace, joy, and contentment. Here's how it works. You see, nothing fills my cup like coaching people. Holding that space, witnessing people extract the wisdom that's already inside as you remember who you really are. It lights me up. In the moment, it fills me with joy. And when I reflect on that privilege, I'm content. I close my day in peace, knowing that I did my best today. Sometimes the act of being a coach or the moves that generate new business are uncomfortable. And I feel that discomfort. I make it safe within me. I do the thing knowing that the act of coaching or podcasting lights me up. But here's the distinction. It's not my business that provides me with those elevated emotions. It's me, regardless of what's going on in my business. You see, my business, like yours, has her own energy, her own personality. I don't have any control over it. I'm just there for the ride, setting the sails and carving a path through the sea. My business will never provide me with a safe shore because that's not her job. She's there to illuminate me, show me where I'm hiding or not fully showing up. She provides tangible evidence of how I am at receiving. And I'm so grateful for all that she provides to me. But feeling safe and choosing how I feel, well, that's up to me. And that's what we explore together through the Revitalize coaching program. It's a potent blend of working with your body through herbal medicine and somatic healing, and elevating your identity through evidence-based neuroscience-informed protocols. So my commitment for 2025 is to feel the feelings I want to feel, prioritize my energy by pouring into me and getting shit done. So specifically, what does that mean? What am I committed to for 2025? First up, I will unlock the art of creating the best tasting, gorgeous looking margarita. So hit me up with your secret tools, tips, and techniques if margaritas are your superpower. So why the margarita? Well, I'm glad you asked. I love making cocktails with my husband, and I love the conversation that flows while we're tasting cocktails on the deck. Now, in 2024, I began my flower garden. You see, I'm a herbalist. I love plants and I love gardening. And gazing at beautiful flowers lights me up. I will literally stop on the street to admire a flower that's peeking up over somebody's wall. Yep, I'm that person. So I'm going to plant even more flowers in my garden in 2025. Get my hands in the dirt and have fun. But here's the thing. I'm also going to remember to visit with my flower garden simply to admire its unfolding beauty. You see, when I reflected on 2024, I realized I only went there with a job in mind, like weeding or planting or laying down the path. Now, my third commitment is super fun. It's to sing or dance every day. Why? Well, it's my preferred way of moving energy and emotion through my body. You see, I'm available for an even bigger impact this year. And it's an act of courage just saying that out loud on this podcast, actually. And when I tune into that version of me, she's holding a bigger space. She's more connected. She's more adventurous. And she's way better at that energetic hygiene. So, singing and dancing is a fun way to up the ante on that. So, my lovelies, in full transparency, those are, in fact, my top 3 commitments for 2025. Are you surprised? What gets measured gets done. So I'll be sharing progress updates every quarter. Now, I would love to know your commitments for 2025. So tag me or mention me on your favorite social platform. Now, if one of your commitments was to get a little healthier this year, I've got something that can help. I'm opening the waitlist for the secret art of creating a tasty herbal tea. So you want to know why when a herbalist crafts a herbal tea, it tastes so much better than the shop bought stuff? I'm going to show you the secrets. So if you're committed to drinking a little less coffee this year, then this course will show you how to blend herbs into a tasty, healthy, hot or cold beverage replacement. There's a link to it in the show notes. Sending you lots of love. Bye for now.
Hey, thanks
Thanks for listening to today's podcast. Can I ask you a favour? If our conversation spoke to you today, could you please take a moment to leave a 5-star review? Your review will help people discover this podcast, and together we can create a world where there's even more love and more laughter. And if you want to hear more from the Project Joyful podcast, just click the subscribe button. Bye for now.